joining us is Bhowmik, the Chief Business Officer of Manipal Global Skills Academy. Through its various programs, the Manipal Global Skills Academy seeks to address the gap between what the academia is producing and what the industry actually needs. The economy is booming. It provides employment or even additional employments to a number of people across socioeconomic backgrounds. Now, what can be done to upskill these gig workers so that they enter the formal workforce or even start something of their own?
Just an outlier thought process. A lot of gig workers might not want to enter the regular workforce because they're very happy working, gigs. Because the fundamental of a gig economy is that you work at your own pace. You work on things that interest you, and you work, on timelines that are convenient for you. And in today's world, you also work in a location which is convenient to you. So at Manipal, we continue to study the social and the demographics part very, very closely. We do see a lot of people continuing on the gig economy journey. So they might never wish to enter the formal workforce. But to your point about reskilling them or giving them opportunities so that either they can start something on their own or they want to enter the formal workforce, I could potentially think of a couple of areas, couple of things that they could definitely do. One is what is very important when you come into the regular workforce, as you called it, let's say the corporate kind of culture, is the ability to work within larger teams and adhere to timelines, which essentially kind of enforces a level of discipline that might not always be, the experience of somebody who's been part of a gig economy. So the ability to work in a larger team, the ability to work in a distributed team could potentially come in by them volunteering to take on something like an internship, which could potentially be their gateway into the corporate world. The second thing, which is possibly equally important, if not more, is while they might have certain skills which corporate life or, for example, any larger organization would desire, they potentially might need to focus on the role. Because, for example, I might be somebody who knows Java as a skill, but I might not necessarily get a role as a Java developer. I might come in as a quality assurance analyst or a business analyst, because that's what the corporate role that I apply for demands. So for me to able to comprehend and understand the role rather than the skill or the technology is far more relevant. Now, regarding your point about, for example, starting up on your own, I think that's a completely different kettle of fish. Couple of areas that most people struggle with when they start their own business, and I've started my own business and run it, so I can tell you from personal experience. The first one is the ability to handle finance and cash flow. Most people, while they're very technologically very savvy, but their ability to handle money is not great. That's one thing school does not teach us. That's one thing college does not teach us, right? It teaches you how to earn money. It doesn't teach you how to manage money, right? So the whole concept of business finance, including cash flow, etc., is very important. The second thing when you are starting up your own business is the ability to quickly find a market, the ability to quickly launch a product that you could call a minimum viable product, understand or see the success of it, and then decide to either scale up or scale down. Because at the end of the day, every startup entrepreneur knows that you should not fall in love with your product. if your customer does not love your product, then there is something wrong either with the product or with the proposition that you've brought to market. And a lot of startup founders actually fail because they feel that they've got a great product and it's just that the market is not ready or the market is not able to appreciate it. So I think that ability to get a business sense and ability to get a comprehension over the market actually is willing to pay for, that's very important.